she's been an American icon for so many years. And she's loved by a lot of people, including myself. I was introduced to her when I was a teenager. I'm not sure if it was Madonna who portrayed her, and I was just like curious to know who she was. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm here to settle the ties. I'm here to let you know how she passed away. You know, was it suicide? Was it popping pills? Was she murdered? I know the truth, and I'm just here to tell you what the truth is. I'm just gonna go step by step and just tell you the truth. Okay, Papa. Okay, so Bobby Kennedy, John F. Kennedy, which is JFK, President of the United States, were having an affair with Marilyn Monroe. Okay. And she was the sex symbol for a long time. She's being traded off by the movie industry from men to men, whoever paid for her, and she was not able to control where she was gonna go or who she was gonna sleep with. It was all basically the movie industry controlling her. So that was a yes. So whenever it swings and hits my arm like that, it's gonna be a yes. When it stands still like that, it's gonna be a no or open, okay? So let's get to it. Marilyn Monroe, she was in the back house, probably like where by her pool. We call that like a gazebo, you know, a little niche, you know, a seating area with a cupboard. She heard a knock at the door, and it was Bobby and her doctor, Ralph Greenson, and they kept saying, open up, we need to talk to you. And they were really, let's say violent, but they were really pushy. Hey, you know, open up. So Marilyn did not really want to open up that door, but she was persuaded to do so. And when she did, and as the door nudged open, Bobby forced his way in, and the doctor was behind him. And Marilyn was frightened. She was scared to death. And there were more like in the living room area, which is like the 1960s, 70s area, where, you know, you had your little entertainment area where you had some drinks. They basically made her drink and forced her to drink it. And it was to knock her out. At that time, her breath stopped. She stopped breathing. Her heart stopped breathing. They gave her too much of this drink. They did call 911. Well, 0. The ambulance came to put her in an ambulance, and the doctor tried to start her heart, start her breathing, and he was successful. He did. Dr. Greenson did, in fact, bring Marilyn back to life. He then used a syringe to put a shot to the heart, and it actually broke a rib and pierced her heart. And while he was trying to eject this medicine to restart her heart, he told the paramedics, just go ahead and go. And so they left. Okay. So after they left, Marilyn passes away on the couch, and from the puncture wound. from the crack rib and piercing her heart. Bobby Kennedy then takes her body, brings it to bed, undresses her, and she's fully naked, nude, and brings the phone to the bed and puts her upside down so the blood would be on her chest, so when they go and look or do an autopsy or do something to look at her body, that how she passed away would not be revealed. It is true. Let's find out how many hours from the time that Marilyn Monroe was passed away, her spirit left her body, to the point where someone called 911 or zero. Back then it was zero or some kind of help, medical attention help. And now keep in mind, the maid the entire time, she was in the house and she witnessed everything that went on. Everything. But she was paid to keep her mouth shut. She agreed because she viewed as Marilyn as a slut and she got what she deserved. Thank you. So, I was told 4 hours. Okay. Was it more than 4 hours before they contacted for medical attention for Marilyn? Was it over 6 hours? Was it over 8 hours? Was it over 10 hours? Was it around 11? 12? Was it 13 hours? 14 hours? 15 hours? Alright, let's go back. So, it was 15 hours that they left Marilyn Monroe face down on her bed. There you go. So after she passed away, they let her flat for 15 hours, contacted the paramedics. Greenson then broke the window from the outside, make it look like he was breaking in to do the cover up. And basically just said, okay, she took all this barbiturates, but yet there was no glass. There was a glass of water, I think, by her nightstand or on her nightstand, but I don't think she drank it. And the autopsy revealed that there was some form of barbiturates or something like that in her stomach or in her colon or something, but because she was addicted to it. So they used her as addiction and medication addiction to fraud, to lie about the situation. So they say that she overdosed of suicide or overdosed by barbiturates because she was addicted to it, and this was found in her body. Well, obviously it was found in her body because she was taking this medication prescribed by the doctor. I also want to throw in that Bobby Kennedy was shot by the CIA and that his son is trying to run for president of the United States in 2024, and that his uncle JFK was also shot and killed by the CIA, and that this is all a government cover-up. So these two men passed away by government cover-ups. Marilyn Monroe's murder was covered up. We were never told any of the full truth of the story would happen. And there you go. So now you know how she got murdered. She did not commit suicide. She was murdered by the punctured wound from the shot, adrenaline shot to try to start her heart. There's evidence of this because there's records of the ambulance EMS coming to the house, and they were saying, yeah, we were there, we saw this and that. There was some form of statement, just random stuff. Also, her house was bugged, and so there was a lot of radio transmissions. Her phone was tapped. There was microphones and everything in her house, and people just listening to her. And her death has been recorded, and I listened to it. So I kind of knew these answers. That's why I know the story. That's why I'm not really saying yes and no. I'm just basically telling you the story what happened, and then this is just proving it when it hits my arm that this is the whole truth, nothing but the truth, the blah blah blah. So to speak, yeah. So that's it. There you go. Poor Marilyn. Poor Marilyn. And this is sad. It really is. It's sick.